Hey guys, and welcome to FnF Online, a mod where you play against real people. It's basically like the Roblox thing, but like less cringe. In today's video, I want to give a general idea as to why you should be playing this mod, especially if you love this game, but also give my overall criticism so you guys know exactly what you're getting into. Let's get the elephant out of the room. How is the lag? It's pretty good. Now, games have different types of lag. Why is this good? In short, you guys know the rollback netcode that fighting game players rave about? It's kind of like that, but not. Let me explain. In a sense, the game is peer-to-peer connection on the surface. You get a bad host, you get bad lag, plain and simple. But neither of you can influence each other's gaming experience. No matter how bad the lag is, your chart will never skip, slow down, or speed up. You get to play the song as if it were offline. Instead, what happens is you guys will get desynced. So it's very possible your opponent could be ahead of you in the song, but there's no advantage to it, and you guys will sync back up at the start of the next song. You connect people through lobbies. You can join or host, and each lobby can go from 2 to 8 players. This is a place you can drag your characters to the waiting area and stage area. Change your character, talk, and you can even change up your mod packs. Although unless you're playing with a friend, I'd highly advise that you just stick with the default song list. How is the song list, by the way? It's also pretty good. You get a lot to choose from, but only on one difficulty, being hard. I think they plan on adding more difficulties, but they don't really have to. They bring a ton of casual songs and a ton of hardcore songs, which people love to spam. Oh, and they also have a ton of options to play around with, but this is also where you create your name. Your name will also be what your lobby is called when you're hosting. My overall criticisms boil down to a few fixes that need to happen in order for this game to go mainstream, and my own personal opinion on what songs I'd like to see. First, to fix up the lag. Yeah, I did go over about how good it actually is, but sometimes you get so desynced that you bug out and crash. Sometimes the opponent just freezes up entirely but is actually still there, which leads to a situation where I don't know if I should finish the song or just quit out and find someone else. There needs to be some kind of indicator to see if they're still there or not. And the lobbies for sure need fixing. Even private lobbies have the same issue. Basically, there are times your opponent just blips out of existence, and here's the funny thing. They didn't leave. What actually happened is that they're still in your lobby, but they're just not on your screen. What makes it even weirder is since the game doesn't detect the other player, players can join in the quote-unquote full lobby, and that's when the game just breaks apart. What makes this equally frustrating is that it's random and can happen frequently, even if you guys have really good connection. One thing I'd actually like to see is more options to clear out the screen a bit. You know how some mobs have an option to essentially disable the world and characters so that you can just focus on the chart itself? You can't do that here, which sucks because some people have trouble running FnF Online, and that's the only way certain individuals can experience the game. I'd also like to see an option to download the files your opponent has. One thing about this game is that you have to sync up your files to your opponent in order to play. Well, that also means if you want to play a song that isn't in the base game with a random player, too bad. Same goes for the custom skins. Although you can play with people that don't have your skin, it also means they can't see your skin. And as someone who has an OC I would like to use, it'd be cool if my opponent could see them too. Or at least use BF as a placeholder. And finally, the song list needs work. Here's the thing about it, it's just a huge cluster of songs that are really popular. But you only get 30 seconds to scroll through them. Either we need a way to have shortcuts to songs or an extended timer because 30 seconds is not enough time to scroll through a pick song. Unless you already have one in mind. Not even to mention some songs just don't work correctly, like Split EX, it just doesn't work. And it always hurts to tell a new player that we can't play that song. Now, a list of songs I'd like to see at some point. The C-side mods, because how are you going to have B-side and D-side but no C-side? The QT mod, mostly just Termination, but I'd willingly play all of the songs from that mod. Retrospectors mod, It has so many bangers, and it's about to have even more. Sarvente songs. I know that mod sparked a lot of controversy, especially with the shredding, but honestly it'd be nice to include them. And I believe I can offer my own retries if that's possible. Those can be well liked. But that's basically it. It is a fun and well put together mod. I made this video to make sure it gets the attention it deserves, and I want to see this thrive till the original base game has multiplayer support. Talking about support, hit that like button and subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys soon. Laters.